Hello everyone, welcome back to the shop. We're on episode 2 of the 37 Chevy. Let's get right into it. We got our new parts in.
Alright, we got all this all grinded with 40. We're going to put some wax and grease remover on it, make sure it's real clean. We're going to fix this little rivet area right here with some reinforced filler using Dino-Glass. Get that stuff on there and get it drying. You want to get this stuff mixed up real well, and you want to let it dry on the panel real well. Not too well or you won't get it sanded off, but well, you can scratch it and it's pretty tough. That headlight mounts right here, so anytime you're around anything that's going to mount, you need to use reinforced filler on it. Alright, we'll let that dry and then I'll get back with you. Alright, we got it dry. It scratches real hard, so we'll knock this down with some 80 grit. I got to turn on the vacuum. Now if you get on this stuff too soon, it will start pulling back on the edges. It won't feather like this right here, so be sure you let it dry good. Blow this off. Now we'll mix up some 3M filler. I left this paint line right here for a purpose, to show me exactly where it is, but I will take the paint off from that. There's a little curve there, so I gotta leave it marked so I can see the curve. Alright, this stuff's dry now. We'll block it down. We're going to be using 80 grit. We have a little bit of a curve right here. We got to keep this curve. We got a high spot here, a little bit high right there. Get my hammer. A little bit high right here. You want to see that green right around there where the headlight's going to remount. Got a little bit low there. We got a chrome molding that comes down through here. That almost got that. This is that line where this folded. Push that line out right there. Oh, it feels pretty nice now. We got to put some more 3M filler on top of that. Had them low or high spots that we tapped down. We need to go back over it. Alright, this coat's dry, we'll block it. We're still using 80 grit. Still got a little bit of high spot right here. Everything else feels good. Glaze should take care of that. I'll get some glaze mixed up and then I'll get back to you. Alright, we taped off this molding flange. This molding trims out the grill right here. We don't have it. It goes in this groove right here and slides on, but I got tape on there now, so it ain't gonna go on, but this molding flange will cover that. That's why we left the paint on there, so we could you know, keep the filler off from this. We got this straight, and after we do this glaze process, we'll fit everything to make sure that it's working good. Alright, we got the glaze knocked down with some 80. Now we got 150. We're going to go over it with 150. Knock down the 80 grit scratches. A little bit wide right here. We'll have to fix that. Alright, I think that's about ready for some primer. Alright, I was fitting this front, and this new stainless steel piece, this trim that goes on the front up here, is a lot longer than the original one. I bent it back kind of straight and held it up there and matched the ends. And it's that much longer. So we're gonna have to cut it. I allowed for my blade thickness on the cutter and just a hair longer. Perfect. It's got blue cover. It's got blue plastic on top of it. Keep it from getting scratched. Yep, it all looks good. Alright, we're going to do some masking on this to get it ready for primer. Need to get this shot tonight. Went ahead and put the grill in because it's a whole lot easier to put it in without it being painted, that's for sure. It don't go in too easy. Anyway, we'll get it all masked up and get back to you. All right, we got it all masked up. We're gonna put 440 Express. It's good stuff. This will take care of any little imperfections or pinholes. It's easy to apply. You do a section and then you come back and wipe it off. Wipe off the excess. it will get all them little bitty places the primer goes on smooth. You don't have any pinhole problems or anything after you use this. The glaze is supposed to take care of that, but it don't. I've yet to use any kind of glaze that doesn't pinhole. You might get this whole part done right here and no pinholes, but right down here somewhere or right there there'll be pinholes. So 440 Express takes care of that. And it's good stuff. You put it on there, wait about 10-15 minutes, and then you can spray right over it. I always take a Scotch-Brite and go back over it though, just lightly. We got the car all masked off. We'll go mix up some primer. All right, we're all ready to take a Scotch-Brite. I just like to go over it just a little bit after using the 440. We'll blow it off. Turn the fan on. All right, we'll let that dry and then we'll come back and shoot another coat. All right, we're gonna put the second coat on. All right, we're on number 3. We're going to measure the white on this. We done did the maroon and it's turned out pretty good. We don't have the color codes for any of this stuff, so you don't know who painted it or anything.
Okay, so this is the color match cards that he uses. And from the camera where he took the picture on the car, and it gave a code, it gives a code from 0, or it gives a code from 1 to 20 volt. Is that right?
Or more, 30 to 40.
Okay. Okay, it gives a code from like 1 up to 40. And the lower the code, the better the paint match will be. And our codes came up as a 20. So that means he has to do a lot of tinting and finessing to get it to match the car. So that's where we're at, and we're fixing to go in and we're going to spray a test card and we're going to take a look at it and see how well matched it is.
All right, we're gonna do a letdown panel. I don't know if you're familiar with a letdown panel on a tri-coat, but we'll do the letdown panel, show you how we do it to match the colors. So you just base your base that you're gonna use for that tri-coat goes down, and then you layer it off with papers. And when you put this paper on, this part right here is gonna be, that's going to be 1. So actually this will be 5, but you're stair stepping your papers.
And that one will be 4.
3. 4. Actually, it's backwards. You're going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. This will be 1. That will be 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So you'll have 5 coats of pearl on it. It's hard to see in the camera, but this is 1 coat down here because we started up here. 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats, 4 coats, and 5 coats of pearl. But if your base ain't right, you're not going to match it. It looks like we're going to have 5 coats of that stuff to get it to even be close.